Hello, everybody. I hope everybody has had a great 4th of July. Um, it's been about a month since I've come on here and give everybody an update of how everything has been going. So I figured I'd come on here and give everybody an update. Um, the last video, I touched subject on quite a few things. I don't know, I think it was before I had my scans done. So we got the results back on the scan. Everything has shrunk down. The triangle, the beginning, um, the three that started everything, the big triangle, everything, that whole triangle is down to 4 millimeters, so about 2 centimeters altogether. The fourth one that they found when I went to get the, where they take your tissue. Can't remember what that is. But they go in and they take the tissue and they found the fourth one, and um, that one is, from what I can understand from what I'm being told, that one is gone. They still see reaction from the lymph nodes, but they will always see reaction from the lymph nodes until those are taken out. My right lymph nodes were reactive, but they were just swollen because of everything going on and the chemo and all that stuff. My system is going through something that is not very nice on your system. So, chemo is hard on your system, so it's going to be reactive because it's a filter. Your lymph nodes are a filter. So, everything is shrunk. In the beginning, everything up to 8 millimeters and a 6 millimeter, the two big ones were, and now everything is down to, the whole triangle itself is down to 5 millimeters. So that is a bonus, and I will take a win for that one. Yeah, I'm super excited about that, and I'm super happy about that. So, the other information, the other update I have is my surgery was finally scheduled on the 20th of August. We have to be there at like 5:30 in the morning. I go back at 7:30. The only questions I need to ask them is if it's a stay overnight situation or if it's an outpatient situation and I come home. And so that way we can plan accordingly with my husband's work and everything else. So, but I have the pre-op appointment on the 12th of August, and so my 6th chemo is on the 3rd of August. My 5th chemo is next Tuesday, and so the 14th of July. And then, yeah. So everything is going pretty quickly. We do have something every day or every week for the next month, month and 10 days. We do have something every week. And so my husband and my kiddo have appointments, or a appointment, a dental appointment, and then I've got something every week. So it's gonna be, excuse me, a busy month and 10 days for the next month and 10 days. So, um, yeah, but it'll all be good. It's all gonna be great. It's gonna go by really quickly. Um, and it'll all be great. So, yes. Yeah, it'll all be good. And then um, recovery. Um, from the research that I've done, recovery lasts about, and from what the doctor said, a recovery lasts about anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks. I normally tend to be on the longer side of recovery, so it'll be about 6 weeks is what I'm guessing. And then in that time frame, they'll be able to do research on from the breast tissue that they're taking to find out if I have to do any more hard chemos after recovery or if it'll just be the immunotherapy chemos with the radiation. So that'll be interesting to find out. But yeah, um, it'll all work out how it needs to work out though. It'll be good. So, um, not looking forward to the surgery though. The research that I have done for the last couple months, I keep saying, oh, I'm nervous, I'm sorry. But the research that I've done in the last couple months shows that the top half surgery, because I'm getting a bilateral double mastectomy, so they're both coming off, is going to be the most difficult any woman has gone through because it's your top half. I've done research and I've watched videos of women who have gone through the same journey that I have gone through, had to have the full hysterectomy, and then later found out they had cancer, and so they had to have the double mastectomy. So a lot of them they've said that the top half was the most difficult out of the surgeries that they've had because it's the most visible of they can see it. Where the hysterectomy you can't see anything. You can't see inside yourself, of course. But the top half is the most mentally, physically, emotionally draining and most challenging because you can see it. They're gone. They're flat. Not looking forward to it. Not looking forward to having to figure out and not just dealing with myself and looking at myself and knowing that a part of me that I've had since I was younger is gone. My whole life, pretty much, not younger, my whole life, it's gone. But also, I've watched quite a few videos, or went down the rabbit hole as to why, the reason why just for context, any woman who have really dense breasts like myself have gone through traumatic injuries to yourself, I guess, are the possible reason why you have dense breasts. When I was younger, I would play outside all the time, falling out of trees. You grew up in the sticks, you're gonna go outside, you're gonna get hurt. And so a lot of injuries, if you fall on your chest or any of those other reasons, could be the reason why you have really dense top half. But I'm not saying that it is the reason why, but it's just the research that I've done as to why you have really dense top half. And I have both top half on both sides. They're very, very dense. More dense than normal is from what I was told. It's like a really tight net spider web to where it's really hard to see. I've seen the scans. I know what they look like on the inside, and it's pretty spider webby. It's pretty hard to see anything in there because it's so dense. And so a lot of the research that I have done says the reason why it's so dense is the trauma to your top half. But again, from when I was younger, you grow up in the sticks, you're gonna get hurt. Whether you're falling on your chest, falling out of trees, you're falling on your knees from your chest, or however, you have a pretty hard time outside, especially when you got tits. So, but who knows? It could be numerous of anythings, or a number of anything could be the reason why. But that's what I've researched as to why. Like I said, I don't know if that's accurate or not, but that's kind of what I'm leaning towards, is because of mostly everything that I've seen, that is the reason why. So that's just what I'm chalking it up to being. But I'm getting a bilateral top mastectomy, chop them both off, because if the right looks like the left, I'm not chancing the right coming back as to what the left has. Chop them both off. Just fresh start. And then they'll go in and do the lymph nodes. Don't know how many they're going to have to take out. But who knows, and we'll figure it out from there. I already researched a lot of everything. The doctor already went through over quite a few things as to your arm swelling and pain and everything else, because you're going to be missing lymph nodes, and so less drainage, all of that stuff. So we'll go through that battle as we go through that battle. But yes, I don't remember where I left off. So, at the end of the treatment is when we go in for reconstruction. Um, I am getting something called the DIEP flap. I think I touched bases on that on the last video that I did. So if you want to recap on that, it is a where they go in and they take your own tissue and they do reconstruction from that. And so you get to pick your size, your shape, how you want them to look, all of the things. And normally with the DIEP flap, you don't keep your nipples as well. You very seldomly keep your nipples because of how normally when you go in and you do spacers right after you have surgery or anything like that, most times you can keep your nipples. In my case, I won't be keeping my nipples because my nipple is where everything started. That is the ductal carcinoma. It starts from the milk ducts in your nipple. And so I won't keep my nipples. My nipples will go. And so it'll just be just skin, I guess. There is nothing. There's no nipple gonna be there. Which I'm okay with that. That doesn't, no skin off my back. It'll be weird, very weird, but it is what it is. It'll be fine. That means I just won't have to worry about any beaming headlights in the middle of being cold. It'll be fine. I'll be fine. It's one less thing to worry about. But the reconstruction is going to be after the treatment. I'm already 4 months into the treatment, so I'm about halfway through with the treatment. But after surgery, we'll have to see if I have to do any more hard chemos or if it's just the immunochemos. And then a year after that, it'll be the reconstruction from there. The reason why they don't want me to go, or the reason why they wanted me to do the reconstruction that I have is with radiation, no spacers, no nothing, because radiation is hard on your skin. It's like having a massive sunburn over and over and over and over and over again, because you have to have radiation every day. Your skin gets brittle, it gets non-stretchy, it less likely to be stretchy is what I was told. It's more brittle, it's more fragile. You won't have as much stretch or anything else like that. Where they're going to take your reconstruction from, they're also taking that skin and they're making you fresh skin, fresh everything. And so yeah, I won't have to worry about if there's going to be flappy skin or anything else like that. But that is one of the questions that my surgeon needs to talk to my plastic surgeon about. And I see that plastic surgeon on the 28th of this month. So nervous about that because we have to go all the way up to Kalispell, which is about 8 hours away. That one is not going with us. He is staying with who we got him from. He is going to house him for 2 days for us, just so we can kind of get a feel of how that traveling is going to be, and then we'll see if he goes with us the next times. I'm hoping he can go with us the next time that we go up if I have to see him, probably for pre-op. And then I don't think I only have to see him 3 times and everything else can be over phone. 3 times means introduction, pre-op, and then surgery. I'm hoping he can go for pre-op. And then he'll stay home for surgery, of course. But yeah, he'll go with us hopefully for one time, and then everything else will be over the phone besides surgery time. But Kalispell is 8 hours away, like I said, so I'm not looking forward to that drive, and neither is Joshy, I don't think. I don't want to put words in his mouth, but that's gonna be a long drive. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. But we go, I think it's 2 weeks after. Is it 2 weeks? I don't know. Let's find out. Yep, 2 weeks. 2 weeks and a day after having this coming up chemo will be 2 weeks out. So, yeah. Yep. It'll be kind of crazy the next couple weeks. So, I have chemo, and then I have a dental appointment, then see my plastic surgeon, one more chemo, and then my pre-op, and then surgery. That's what's going on every week for the next month and 10 days. So, and then after that, we go and see, hopefully I'll be okay enough to go and see the permanent radiation doctor. Don't know. We may have to reschedule that, so we'll find out. But that's the plan. That's what's going on. And so we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that plans out, and then we'll go from there. But not looking forward to any of the surgeries, to be honest. The DIEP flap, for the research that I've done and from the doctors, that's an 8 to 10 hour surgery because it's 2 major surgeries in one. And I'm pretty sure I've covered this in other videos. Just to recap, it's an 8 to 10 hour surgery, 2 different doctors, one on each side. Pretty in-depth surgery. But hopefully that'll be a good surgery. It'll all work out how it's supposed to. Don't know, like I said, I don't know if I'll have to stay over for the one on the 20th. I will ask the doctor on that one. But yes, we'll see how next week goes. If I'm feeling up to it, I will do another surgery next week. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I keep saying I'll do more videos, and I don't ever do more videos. I'm sorry. Life just gets ahead of you, gets away from you, and things happen. But I will try to do better, and we'll see what happens. So remember to smile and make somebody's day better, and be kind. You never know what anybody else is going through. So be kind, be generous, and yeah, have a blessed day. We'll see everybody in the next video. Bye.